Alright, so this is what where we will be planting our tomato plants. We're thinking right along this edge right here. I think we have 12, right? 12? They're right there, so yeah, we'll be planting. And we already planted blueberries this year. Here's a little tiny one right there. And then we have 2 of those. And one right here as well. Right there. And then we also got these bigger saplings that have some strings on it. Yep, there's a string off of it. This blueberry bush, and then this one as well. Some more string on it. And then this one. And then these we planted about 2 years ago, these blackberry bushes. You can see that there's starting to be some blackberries on them. We have a dead limb though. We'll have to trim these up and get all these weeds out of here. And it's really wet right now. If you can't tell, we have extra fence for our tomato plants and stuff. And apparently my dad already planted a bunch of sunflowers, which I'll go show you guys. But we'll be planting some more. We put this compost down there. Alright, there is the barn. We'll need a shovel. What else will we need? Oh, we'll need to, no we won't. What's under here? Oh yeah, we'll get a hoe. Yep, we'll take this hoe. And then, let's see what else. Anything else we need? Yep, I think that's it. Alright, let's go now. Alright, so we'll go plant these and we'll show you how to do it step by step. So I'll bring the tomato plants over there. So first things first, we'll dig a hole about as deep as the box it comes in. And if you guys are really new, how you get them out of the box is you squeeze the bottom like this, and then they just come right out. So these bottom leaves, you want to pick those off. Everything that's not like a main branch, pick off. So it should looks already better. And we already have a bud starting right here. You'll put it in there and surround it. This dirt is really clay-like, so it's not the best, but something like this. And then you'll make a moat around it, a little moat, not that big. First, let's clamp it all down. Something like this. And then right here, you just want to make a little moat. So then this traps water when it rains. Obviously, we don't need any water right now because it just rained. But in the future when it rains, and should dry during the summer, you want a little moat, something like this. And then that's pretty much it. Unless I'm forgetting anything. Am I forgetting anything? Alright, well, that's the first one done. Oh, look at this. I don't know if I'll go all the way through and tell you each one step by step, but I'll probably just make a montage of it, honestly, so enjoy that. We also forgot to tell you, you want them about, I don't know, 3 to 4 feet apart from each other, because we'll be putting up like mini cages around them, which we already have set. I'm gonna go get a cage around this, so then you guys know what I'm talking about, and I'll be right back. The cage that we made, we just got some panel fencing and basically just made it a ring. We bent these things back, or the ends of them back, so then it holds it together. And there's a spiky end and then a round end. We'll put the spiky end down so then we don't get spiked when we start picking tomatoes and stuff. So like so, here's the cage around it, and this will keep out rabbits, deer, any animals that might get in there, as well as it just lets the tomato plant grow on the fencing, because these are climbing plants, they like to climb up. So yeah. sorry my camera stopped recording, but we have all of them done now. And we started to drain it a little bit right there. But other than that, we'll see you in the morning. That right there is a turkey that I found this morning. It is running off now. But anyway, I'm gonna start my truck and then we'll go check the garden. We planted tomatoes last night. We're just gonna check up on them. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the drainage that we did yesterday worked because it looks more muddy today. But there is a big pool down there where all the water's at. And here we go, we got all of our tomato plants. One of them has some water around it, which I'm not too worried about. We'll have to cover that one a little more, fill them with more soil, it looks like. Because that one just isn't looking very good. We shouldn't have that big of a moat around it, and then it shouldn't be that hot. Yeah, it's too wet to plant our seeds today, but we'll probably do that later this week. And then I don't know if we'll be able to plant sunflowers in there today. It looks pretty wet, but I'm not sure. And I'll go show you the sunflowers that my dad planted yesterday. Alright, so this is where the sunflowers are. You can see some seeds right here. And so my dad said that he used a broadcast spreader on the back of a tractor to do this whole field. Alright, so what we have here are sweet potatoes. It looks like we have 6 of them. We have 1 red bell pepper. And then we have, there should be 11 blueberries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, there's 11. And then 2 cucumbers. So, yeah. I think we're gonna plant the sweet potatoes in our compost pile right over there. And then our cucumbers in here. And then I think I don't know where our blueberries are gonna go. I'm gonna have to talk with my dad and brother to figure out where they want them. But yeah, everything else is looking pretty good. Also, the blueberries already came with buds on them. There's starting to be some blueberries, which is good, on almost all the plants. So this is my first time planting sweet potatoes. I planted seedling potatoes probably 2 years ago in here, and we actually found one yesterday. Yeah, right here. Yeah, right there. So, oh, and right here. Right there. But this year, we're going to be planting sweet potatoes, which we got right here. And the card says to plant them about as deep as the container and about 1 foot to 1.5 foot apart. So, yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Alright, so what I'm thinking is that we'll do 2 rows. Or actually, we'll do rows like this. And probably have 2 in each. So divide this in half. And I'll show you how to do the first one in depth. Alright, so we're just going to make the hole about right here. And just dig down. This is really soft. We compost this multiple times a year. So your dirt probably won't be this soft. But just dig it down about as deep as your fingers. So as deep as this plant pretty much. And then take out the sweet potato. Make sure the roots go down in there. And then just cover it right back up. Like so. You want it about as tall as the first leaf. Or no, as the first stem. so about like this. And then you also want to make a really small moat around it for it to hold water, but not as much as the tomatoes, because these grow underground and the tomatoes grow above ground. There's your first sweet potato. And yeah, so now I'll put a time lapse of me doing the rest. All right, as you can see, we finished planting. We have 6 sweet potatoes planted. Here's the 6 sweet potatoes. Fairly straight. That middle one's kind of off, but yeah, this is good. And then I'm gonna wait to see where my brother wants to plant the blueberries, but yeah, you guys will see me next then. We're gonna plant 2 on these sides of the blackberries and then 2 on the other. And then behind you guys, I'll show you in a minute, there's 2 of them that got eaten by deer, we think. And then we're planting the rest in there. So yeah, I'll go get these 2. Probably.
$1 worth of food.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's on more.
Two down, 2 to go. It looks like Nolan got 2 done as well. A little bit close to this sweet potatoes, but that's fine. Make sure you spread them about 4 to 5 feet.
Should we build moats for this?
No.
I did.
Alright, all the blueberries in the garden are done. They're all looking pretty good. Although, there is a weed that came with this one. Other than that, everything's looking pretty good. So those 2 with the tomato planters around them are the ones that got eaten. As you can see, there's no more plant. They came pretty small, but they just got, the tops of them got eaten off and they're just not looking very good. So we're just gonna replace them with 2 we got today over there and put them right there. So I'll do that right now. All right, a little change in plans. Since I'm already in the garden, I'm just gonna plant the cucumbers and our red bell pepper, which are right here. All right, oh. And I think we'll plant these on that side. So we'll plant the bell pepper right here. And to be honest with you, these are the easiest plants to plant. You don't have to do anything special like pick off the bottom leaves or do certain moats around everything. You literally just dig as deep as the plant is and then put it in there and then cover it back up. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
There's a brick in here. So we don't want that in here. A little too deep, but it'll work. Just squeeze the bottom, get the plant out. You put it in there, and then cover it right back up. There's our bell pepper, like so. There's our first cucumber. Now just put that in there. Oh. And then cover. Which this one isn't looking great because a lot of the roots were coming out to the side of it. But there you go.